Yeah, I guess I will.
I mean, I was
wonder
here
what
watching for like half last session, but I wasn't.
You should know what happened because, funny enough, that
I got
is
some
your
news
number.
for you, buddy.
So, how about before doing this, we say hello to the people watching on YouTube. I totally did not upload the video this day as we are streaming the next part. Hi, hello.
Hello, VOD Squad.
Hello.
Oh my
Hello.
lord. And why don't you tell us, Jory, what happened last time?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Hey, the dice chose you. It was meant to be.
So you guys started off at the hag's cottage in the woods, right? Dishonor was kind of just like contemplating his choices.
Nothing bad happened.
Nothing
You
bad
were all
happened.
just sort of comforting him. And then yeah, you guys got out of there, and then you went back to the Elven City, where you did you guys end up returning the or giving the stuff to the alchemist, or did that not happen?
We're about to take care of that.
Not yet,
Kipper is.
because we were going to go back out to get spider
Yeah.
venom, but that didn't happen.
Right. So then you guys found Jory. He had been freshly awakened, and he was happy to see you guys. And yeah, we all just sort of wandered out, and this dickhead appeared on a flying dragon and just started. And it turned out to actually be Kipper's brother, who was being seemingly mind controlled by the cult of fire. And that's about it, right?
Pretty much. As a fast summary, yes. And in the end, you guys decided, because if I recall correctly, there was an elven lord who was asking somebody out on a date. So
Some people's priorities.
yeah, priorities. So yeah, you decided to split up because that same elven lord had promised one of your party members to help you out by searching for somebody. So you decide to split the group in half. Taurin, Ambrose, and Galarian are going to...
Only a couple minutes though.
Yes. Taurin, Ambrose, and Galarian are going to head back into the castle to, first of all, leave Ambrose with the scribes that he had ordered from Lord Perrin, one of the the members of the High Council of Elves. And Rexmoa, Kipper, Jory, and your new acquisition, your friend Chi, we're going to pick up the reward that you were promised and see what happens.
Hi, Chi.
So, who would like to go first out of the two groups?
I think Team Aaron's should go first.
Team what? Team Aaron's?
Yeah.
So that's you?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you get handed the jar for Chi, I'm assuming you put her in your belt, as she has a nice little belt, not buckle, but like, I don't know, rope thing. And you guys decide to head back into the commercial district. That would be Rexmoa, Kipper, Chi, and obviously Jory, who is joining you guys. Jory, you would be able to see now that you are awake and pretty much alive. You notice that you are in fact inside of a large town, an elven settlement, but it is not like the towns you probably have known and most likely seen. You can see that this town is very open, very in tune with nature. Most of the buildings either have lots of plants or features of the buildings themselves are built around the plants. There are giant willow trees that are carved in the inside to serve as other types of housing. And this is something that you should know in character, but one of the inns where your companions are staying is in fact one of those trees. The top side of the tree is hollowed out and it serves as a tavern of sorts, while the trunk has a large spiral staircase and there's all the rooms for the inn.
Oh,
And
I didn't actually know the inn was like nestled in a tree.
yeah, the giant willow trees, as the name suggests, they are massive trees that are planted around the forests of Galranthir, and around the city you could find a few.
All right.
And not to mention, there's also a lot of creatures around the city. You can see animals walking about without a care in the world. They are not scared or even feel threatened by the people in there. You also see other things like elementals, lesser like fairies, and all of the creatures that you would associate with nature side of this town. While the town still has a large number of people, mostly elves, you have a feeling that this is not your usual, busy town full of people and streets and all of that.
Yeah, it's probably why Jor's not just like panicking and running off into the woods. Because he likes it here. It's very it just, I don't know, kind of like seems like the ideal kind of like city he would like to live in if he ever did want to like reintegrate into society.
So you are now with two of your companions, three if we count the jar, and you follow them because obviously you don't know this town. You are pretty much a little bit lost in this new environment. Not to mention the confusion from what the spell. No, it's not a spell, but the illness, the status that you had, where you were awakened from recently, definitely left you a little bit, shaken. And plus, the encounter with a live dragon, and probably one of the people that Jory desires to end most, is definitely not helping. So you need to be close to the
has
people.
a list.
Yes,
Like-
and there's
like
only one
Arya's
person.
He has like a Mean Girls burn book.
That's funny.
It's just like a rough drawing of each person in there.
Correct. And the fact that, as a matter of fact, Jory just learned that the person that he is wanting to kill is related
Yeah.
to Kipper.
Yeah,
Perhaps
so now
makes
he
it
feels
even
really
difficult.
conflicted
The
about
twist.
that.
If it helps, Kipper didn't have very fond feelings for this person either.
Yeah.
Interesting. So, the three of you with the jar go and walk over to the commercial district. At this point, you've already been staying for a few days in this place, so you know it very well. You manage to get in, and you see again the same like stone streets with a lot of grassy areas, and the shops all open. People are a little bit shaken, a little bit scared about what just happened, but I mean, business is flowing. There's people walking about in the streets, even though they're a little bit more quiet than usual. Some of them are like trying to not stand out. You can clearly tell that there is some tension about the people, but I mean, things are running. And are you guys deciding to go straight to the alchemist?
Yeah, we can go straight there. I don't really have any opposition to that idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys
We got
know
business do?
Exactly. You guys know where to go. It is the wooden sign with a picture of a vial that has its own magical glow. The luminescent vial, which is the alchemy shop that you guys have at this point frequented a little bit. And you enter, of course. As you enter, potent smell of herbs and materials hit your nose. You can see the shop is open, and the lady, if I can find her name, I have it somewhere around here.
Ambergris.
No, I do have that one. Oh, that's funny. But yes, the lady greets you, and she goes, looking at you, Jory, specifically. She goes, "Oh my, my potion worked as intended. Are you feeling all right?"
Was Jory kind of like recognize her? I guess she's like been in the room, right?
Yeah, you
As
would
he was
probably
recovering?
recognize her for that's the first person you saw as you woke up. The person who was administering this healing like potion poultice or some sort of
Right.
brew.
So he would just perk up when he sees her, just give her like a nice excited nod, sort of like appreciative of what she's done for him. I should also mention that Jory probably would have like a bit of hesitation before going into like a such an enclosed building, because he's definitely not used to that. But he's deciding to just roll with it and go in with you guys.
At the nod of approval, the alchemist just nods back, and she says to the rest of you, "Oh, the times are changing, huh? There's nowhere truly safe now, is there?"
Is she saying that to me or just
To the rest of the group.
Nah.
Safe from the hag? Are we talking about the hag?
No, from the dragon?
I'm not entirely sure. I was speaking to the group, but sure, I'm talking to the lady now. I'm not entirely sure we're out of the woods yet with the dragon.
Well, I doubt that now that Galrinthir knows the threat, it'd be quite unwise for that dragon and its rider to come back anytime soon.
Well, perhaps. Let's hope that is the case. That looks like a very dangerous creature. But anyways, we have some business, right?
Yeah, I know we said we'd come back later, and it turns out later is right now.
No,
I hope that
it's
spider
all right.
venom wasn't too important.
Oh, don't worry about it. It was just some extra materials that I needed, but I'm sure I can do without them. After all, after what just happened today, I don't think sending you to another adventure like this is too good. I fear that you may end up like the other party. That did you find anything about them?
Well,
We did already tell her about the one.
the one in the
bag,
car. Yeah.
but
That
we
I
did
do
not talk
remember.
about. We did not talk about the other one.
Exactly.
And then obviously we have not found the third one.
Yeah.
That I do
was
remember.
eaten by spiders. definitely.
Presumably with spiders.
I'm assuming, yeah. It's pretty rough. I feel like ZJ was probably like one character of the three can be saved, and then we kind of pushed that one into soup.
That is correct.
You know, we didn't taste test her. It might have been good.
I feel like we would have been going down an entirely different play style if we had decided to taste test the soup. I feel like dark things would just keep happening darker.
We don't know. Maybe one of us is a cannibal and we just haven't found out yet.
I don't need that in our. Well, you're a rock, so if it's like a plot twist that you eat
We've
rock,
established this. He's not a rock. He's a person that happens
he's
to be
a
covered in
rock.
rocks.
he's
I'm
a
simply
rock.
He's
He's
a
like
crystal gem.
Schnitzel from Chowder.
Rada,
Rada, rada.
Rada. Okay. What are we supposed to say to this lady? Oh, did we actually tell the lady, or did we just talk amongst ourselves?
We just talked amongst ourselves. Okay. Well, we did venture into the mushroom forest to the east of here and stumbled upon a unfortunate sight of a few dead adventurers. They were possessed by some kind of wicked fungus, and one of them had a elven bow on them.
Yeah, I told them not to go at night. Mushrooms are a little bit more active during those hours. I guess they didn't take my advice. Well, I'm glad that you didn't suffer the same fate.
Almost. There were a few close encounters, but yeah, we managed to make it out of there. You know, you should really vet who you're hiring before you send them off on dangerous tasks like this.
I should, but they look like competent adventurers. I didn't know they were going to be, well, you know, not listening to all my advices and just trying to tackle things on their own.
I fear it seemed not just that they were tackling things on their own. It seemed almost as if they split up. Because we found one of them in the mushroom area, we found the second one with the green hag, and then the third one we haven't seen, so we're just presuming the spider area. Hopefully, we haven't found that adventure, so if you sent someone else to look out for them, there's a potential, but we just don't know yet.
I could probably find some other people to at least rescue this adventurer. Hopefully they're still alive, and if not, at least bring the body back. It's a burial is needed at least. Cheese Jar brightens again as she speaks. Well, for one, I am happy these adventurers set off in this mission. Otherwise, I will be there by the wicked hag. As Chi speaks, you can see the lady just kind of look over into the jar that is bright and now speaking. She goes, what do you have there?
We're presuming she's a fae kind, but we're not entirely sure.
A fae trapped in a jar? That's a little extreme. Have you tried releasing it? I don't think faes are supposed to be in jars.
She specifically said that if we opened the jar, it would kill her, so we're presuming there's some sort of curse or spell on the jar that we have to dispel.
This would be Jory's first time hearing that bit of information, so his eyes kind of just widen. He's just kind of like, guess I shouldn't do that.
I forgot we didn't tell Jory.
Yeah, no, he doesn't know.
He's like, all right, good to know.
She speaks once more. Yes, please, do not try to open this jar. Oh, well, seems that you have a lot of your minds and in your hands. But as we established before, I will buy all the items that you brought. These are my rates, and she pulls out the ledger that she was using to note the things before. And obviously, you guys can see that where she had made the notes saying that the hag's nails were 15 gold each, and the mushrooms were 5 gold each, and the poison was 10 gold each vial.
Well, I produced my little bag of 9 hag's nails,
Okay.
and also I had like 4 mushrooms, I believe.
Very good.
Okay. Who had the rest? I'm pretty sure you handed over all of the stuff, right? Who had the rest?
I think I gave it to Kipper before, or at least I was going to.
What
but-
thing?
Oh, the rest of the
just
items,
all-
because you got more stuff. I know you did.
Oh, I have mysterious mask, mysterious necklace, and strong mace.
Oh,
Oh no, it might have been like Ambrose or someone else picked up the mushrooms. I'm the only one who got the hag's nails. I
okay.
know that.
I mean,
Oh.
I picked up some mushrooms, but I would have handed it off to you guys when we
Okay.
swap paths.
How many
I
did you
can
have?
tell- We have 10 mushrooms.
Oh, 10 mushrooms
total.
total? Okay.
Perfect. Thank you for writing that down.
I love money.
So 10 mushrooms total will give you a little pouch with 50 gold. And how many nails did you have?
A 9. I broke one. Darn. Can never forget all
Okay.
10 of them.
And you get another 135. So in total, you get 185 gold. Make sure to note that down.
Damn.
Divided
Hmm.
by 5 equals 37 each.
There you go. Maths are done.
I mean, do you just want to? Does it split perfectly like that?
I
I
just
don't
put
think
in
so.
calculator.
I was about to say that doesn't sound right.
Let me try again. 37 times 5. 185.
37, yeah. That's
Okay,
okay.
just wanna make
That should not work, but
That
it
was
does.
surprising to me, but it
Yeah.
happened.
Okay. Hey, I ain't gonna complain, and just for the sake of convenience, everyone can just add the gold to their inventory
That
and
is
assume
fine.
we hand it off later.
Yep. So everybody gets 37 gold pieces in your inventory.
Okay.
The lady grabs the materials and she looks satisfied with what you brought. She saves them up in some other jars and vials and stuff like that. And she turns to you guys and says, would you like to buy anything, perhaps? Other business than just what we had?
How much were whatchamacallits? Mana potions.
Mana potions, if I recall correctly, I told you normal mana potions, the base mana potions were 20 gold each, and the greater mana potion was 50, if I recall correctly. I don't have the note of those.
Now the question is, how much mana do each of these do?
For the normal mana potion, it's 2 mana per.
Okay.
The greater will give you 4.
Okay. 4. Oh, that's actually like the opposite of a discount. You give 10 extra coins to not get that. How dare.
Well, don't forget that also means you have to only consume 1 potion. Because it takes a bonus action to consume a potion. Or an action if
Yep.
you want the full effect.
Did you just say love priceless, but also 35?
Yes, that is the love potion. It is priceless, but it also costs 35
Oh.
gold.
There's a love potions, are there?
Wow.
There is. There was.
What use do we have for that?
At this point, I don't think you do.
Well, you could use it
Yeah.
on yourself and then look at yourself in the mirror.
I'm so happy that Taurin didn't use
Sign
the
me
love
up.
potion because it just happened.
That'd be ethically
naturally.
dubious, and we've already done enough ethically dubious things
Yeah.
in Galrinthir.
It's gonna happen more, don't worry.
Yeah. In and outside of Gallery.
You know, it could be useful later, I say as a player.
Oh, dang
Use it-
nabbit. If
use it
only we
on
had a
fishing.
bard.
You don't need a bard when you got a love potion.
True.
That's true.
Who
But
needs
imagine
a
a
bard when you could force is someone to fall in love with you.
Damn.
I don't like the
Okay, what-
implications of a
Can
love
we ask what
potion.
what the effects of the love potion are? What does this do exactly? And I gesture towards the love potion.
Oh, she pulls it out.
what
You
I
can
assume
see.
to be the love potion.
You can see it's like a little bottle. It's the glass is slightly pinkish. It's like a normal like potion bottle, but the glass is slightly pinkish, and the liquid inside is a deep red, kind of shimmery liquid. And she says, "Oh, well, this potion is, of course, a love potion. If you give it to somebody, they will be, more effective towards you, and well, you know,
I
loving.
don't know. Can you explain?
Well, they will be more loving. They will be more keen to hear you and to, you know, listen to what you say. Show more affection.
Oh, how long does it last?
Oh, the effects of the love potion. This one right here. The effects last for 30 minutes.
Hmm.
It's a small vial.
It's a pretty short amount of time to be loved.
Sure.
Yes.
Just quickly turning very awkward.
That's how it
Very
is
sad.
with Rexmoa and anyone who sells things. This is the curse of being a boomer.
Mhm, mhm.
No.
So yeah, Greenie has posted the prices of the other potions. So there you have
Very
them.
good.
Thank you.
I feel like I save more money by just buying the potion of lesser mana.
I am going to buy a potion of greater healing because I always get my freaking tail kicked in. It hurts.
All right.
Use that.
So
to
make
not
sure to take down
take,
those 50 gold and you get a potion of greater healing.
Dang nabbit, I was gonna see if I could ask for a discount since we're departing on important Galaran Thier business, but I also don't know if I am.
Hmm.
You know, what?
Just
I'll
name
do it.
drop them. Just name drop them,
Yeah,
Just name drop all of them. It's not like
Name-
they're here.
like name drop all of like the gals,
Yeah.
Galarian,
Galarian?
All of the
Yeah,
gals.
Galarian, Sylvana, Perrin. Tell them
Oh
that we
wow,
can
I
send-
didn't remember the other two. I just remembered Blind Man and Lady I Hate.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
But I just said the name a few minutes ago as you were doing the recap.
Memory like a bunny.
That's memory like a bunny, but
Hmm.
Sylvana and
Right.
Perrin.
Yeah, go try it.
It-
Go try it, Kipper.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
I apologize. As I was hoping, is there any chance that you could work with me on a deal on some greater mana potions? Just because of the situation happened with the dragon, we're actually heading out to deal with that whole situation. We actually just left speaking with Galarian.
Oh, did you now? We could probably work it out if you buy in bulk.
Okay. Let's see.
How many would you like? 10, 20?
Let's see. I only have 135 on me right now, and I'm not looking to empty my pockets entirely. Let's see. How much would that come out to?
That will
Dang
get
nabbit.
you 2 potions of greater mana. And I can throw in 2 potions of normal potions of mana for the other 35 gold.
You know what? I think my mana pool's been increasing recently, just because of the amount of rigorous training we've been doing on the road. So
You
I
are
think-
a growing boy.
Well, thank you. I'll take, I'll just take 2, potions of lesser mana. I think that's what I can afford currently.
All right, and she hands you the 2 vials of mana. It's a small vial with a little cork on it, with a very bright blue liquid, and that will be 40 gold. Sure to take down those 40 gold.
Yep, that brings me down to 95 gold.
And now you have 2 potions of mana. Remember, those heal 2, give you 2 mana back.
Okay, awesome. And then I think I need to sell some things at the blacksmith. I don't know if anybody else wants to sell things because our kits are kind of looking rather full. Oh, you know what? Never mind.
I do recall the
I'm
items that I
saying this-
gave you, yes.
Oh, dang nabbit. Is she going to ask for them back?
Oh, no. I mean, the other items that you found, like the mace and all those things.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because I also now have anti-venom and empty vials, and I'm kind of like, I'll keep those. Thank you.
Yeah, those were given to you by the same lady as for, for the quest.
Yeah, but we didn't have to do any of the spider stuff. but
Correct.
That doesn't mean
It's
I don't
always
get
helpful to have some
keep it.
anti-venom on you.
Mm-hmm.
That is very true. Okay. You know what? Thank you so much for your time, and honestly, the extra money was incredibly helpful. I'm very sorry about the adventures that weren't able to make it back, though, but I'm at least happy that we could solve that.
Well, I guess that's the life of adventure, right? It's one danger after the other.
You can definitely say that again.
Very well. If that's it for you, I thank you. And she continues doing her own things in the shop.
Before we leave the shop,
Mm-hmm.
I think Jory would sort of like just approach her a little bit, sort of like, how do I describe it? Like holding his hands together timidly, and he just gives her like a nod, sort of like thanks, for reviving him and all.
Aww.
The lady just bows at Jory, understanding what he meant by it, and just gives her a little pat on the head.
Oh,
Oh, what does guidance from Chi mean? Like, is it like a D&D style guidance?
Yes, guidance means that you can add a D4 to one of your checks, to the result of one of your checks.
Ooh.
It is ability checks, as Dishonor has mentioned.
Oh, wow. That reminds me of something. As we leave, I kind of wanted to ask Chi something.
Mm-hmm.
Are we leaving currently?
Yeah, my business is concluded.
Oh, okay. So, I don't know if you have anything you'd like to part ways with, but I feel as if my bag is definitely getting rather heavy. I have 2 warhammers now, and I do not have the strength to dual wield. Would it be okay if we stopped at the blacksmithy before we head out on our journey?
Yeah, it's fine with me, lad. I might take a little detour myself.
Okay. You sure you don't want to like get some cool doodads and I don't know. You know what? I don't even know what you would get. What kind of things would you want to buy? You just like food. I don't know that much.
Lad, all I need in this life is my trusty staff, my wits, and my heart. What more could you ask for? Nothing from a blacksmith. That's what I'll tell you.
Ah. But that's just because you're cool. I need lots of stuff.
Well, don't let me stop you.
Mm. Oh,
Yeah, a good book can change your life.
Yeah,
Can
it's
take you places, Kipper.
I'm bad at reading.
Mhm. Well, we can work on it.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Walk into the blacksmith. Nice walk. Wow, look at all these cobblestones in the ground.
So you guys are heading towards the blacksmith? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, you know that the Galranthier Forge is a little bit away from the commercial district because it's more of a, the area where more work is being done to things. But yeah, totally. You know the way, you know the layout of the city at this point. Most of it at the very least. So you are able to reach the forge as always. It is this like kind of conglomerate of houses that has like a middle, like a center courtyard where you can see all the forges and people working on stuff. There are different kinds, there's leatherworking, woodworking, blacksmithing. People are crafting armors and other smaller details like arrow tips or things like that.
Mm. Let's see. Okay, so I do need to praise my current Warhammer because like a traditional Warhammer versus the new one I got, is the new one gonna be like how much attack force is the new one?
Well, you do know that the new one has some magical properties. As to what it is, you are not entirely sure.
Okay. Can I like bonk stuff and figure it out?
Yeah, you would have to attune to the item, which means basically kind of use it for a little bit. You can spend some time. It's usually about a short rest or a long rest, trying to understand the item to bond with it.
Okay.
Or
You know what?
exactly, as the song said, you can have somebody with a magical prowess to investigate the item, and it will tell you what specifically it does.
Okay. You know what? I could definitely ask Chi to do that. Chi, could you investigate this Warhammer for me? I just want to know what attributes it might have.
It is interesting because she is in a jar. So she would not be able
She
to
can't use her eyeballs?
properly investigate
Yeah,
the item.
Oh, okay. Well then, I'll just sell my old Warhammer.
Yeah, I feel like this new Warhammer is probably just going to be a direct upgrade.
Yeah. No, I
think that's a
agree.
safe bet.
It might just be a Warhammer that like is strong lightning.
Exactly,
Well,
as
I know at
Greenie
least
says.
it's not.
As Greenie says, the person needs to touch the item, and she at this moment cannot touch it. There is a glass wall between her and the item. She says, "I wish I could, but not in the state that I am."
I apologize. I know. I think you mentioned something about that yesterday. Well then, let's get to it then. I'm just gonna take out my Warhammer and try and sell it to the guy.
Yeah, outside you can see there's a lot of people. You can see a lot of vendors. Once. All right, just give me 1 second. I will be right back. I have to do something real quick.
Sounds good.
Be right back.
No problem. All right, we better
Entertain the
be prepared when he gets
chat.
back.
Entertain the chat.
We are.
We also have a couple weapons from our goblin encounter. That we can
Yeah.
sell. I don't believe we sold those.
Who has them?
I know we at least grabbed one item, which I believe was a Morning Star.
Do you have it?
hmm.
Ambrose?
I would have no reason to care for that.
Okay, what is a morning star?
Mace, but spiky.
Wait, are you talking about the one we got from like that goblin in the middle of the road?
Yes.
Didn't that get sold off to Horibel?
It might have.
I'm pretty sure it did.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
I'd have to check my notes because I do mark down when we sell stuff and what we sell.
Oh wow. You're gonna have to go far back. Goblins are the worst.
Let's see. When do we? Yes, we did sell it to them because we exchanged it for potions. We got a discount via giving them those items. So we
Nice.
don't have anything to do goblins anymore.
Ah, dang nabbit.
I would have never remembered that. That's why I have these notes.
Understood.
And I can even tell you it was from session 6 that happened.
Oh,
Some what?
It happened. I can even tell you that it happened during
Session 6. What session are we on right now?
20.
Oh my god.
yeah.
Yay!
Let's
We're
say,
just so
it's been a while.
powerful.
It doesn't always feel like it.
It's like
Yeah,
becoming a large portion of our lives.
Oh, where were we
very
supposed to?
powerful during that otherworldly creature encounter.
Were we supposed to level up as well?
At some
At some point,
but
think we
not
need to-
yet.
fight another big bad. I think the green hag wasn't big bad enough. She was just green.
If I
Hag-like.
believe that we are doing it via like milestone, meaning that as we progress the story, we level up rather than having like any sort of like, oh, you fight this, you level up. It's more just like, hey, you did this part of the arc, therefore you have hit a milestone, and you hit a certain amount of milestones, you then level up.
Oh,
Right.
As I'm not gonna lie, EXP leveling is kind of not enjoyable. It's very difficult to do as a DM.
yeah. Understood.
As the way EXP works in D&D, it's just like a video game, where
I like
every
those.
every enemy is worth a certain amount of XP, which is based upon their CR. The CR is basically every enemy has a CR, which is equal to kind of similar to your level. So a CR1 creature would have a certain amount of XP attached to it, and CR1 means that a group of an average four party members will have a normal time dealing with a CR1 creature by itself. So us right now, it would be very easy for us as an encounter. But if we came across a level 4 or a CR4 creature, it would be a somewhat dangerous encounter. That's how CR works. And then EXP is given to CR depending on how high it is. I couldn't tell you the exact amount of EXP for each CR, but the EXP is then distributed between party members. So since there are 5 of us, the EXP gotten from that one creature is split 5 ways.
Okay.
And for every single creature, you have to split it 5 ways. Every single creature. And it gets...
Wow. So like,
So
It's
you
a lot
just
of
go,
math.
it's like
Mm.
bitcoins. You just start getting 1/10 of an XP. That'll
Yes.
tide you over.
I glazed out. I think. A
Hey,
little
how
while
about we talk
ago.
about what you guys are gonna do with Galarian? Ambrose is just like, third wheeling over there.
You tell.
You know,
Taurin.
maybe we should decorate Cheese Bottle. I know we kind of just like put a little belt loop around
Wait,
it.
you want my input on that?
We're talking about what you got. What are you planning to do with? What are your intentions for this elven lord? That's right. You can think about it. You can get the thoughts rolling. You know, the braining.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
kind of discussed with
Yeah.
CJ prior, so we kind of know where we're
Okay.
going
Okay.
with it.
Yeah.
So
If you know it, you don't gotta spoil it.
no, I'm not saying
Yeah.
a word. Zip zip.
Yeah. You know, just it's like Ocean's 11. Just like don't catch any feelings for your mark.
Damn.
Mhm.
No.
Nah, you can do it. You just need to compartmentalize.
It's just
Mhm.
discussing Taurin's like backstory and everything, just how she's built. I was like, well,
Mhm.
we're gonna have a little fun with this for the character at least.
You know, having
So-
fun. Pretty great. That's the goal. I keep thinking like, man, I probably should buy like different stuff for old Rexmoa, but I'm like, what do I even want? I don't think anything in Galrinthir really is for monks. It's really just swords and stuff. Swords are cool, but
I mean, I did pick up Theodric's staff if you want that.
oh, that's true.
Do we
Well-
just straight
well-
up sell it?
Hey, you do have him.
That'd be so disrespectful. I interpret it as like more of a catalyst than like a fighting implement. But you know, you can also do that in Dark Souls. You could just like hit someone in the head with a staff meant for casting. You can do that.
Oh yes,
know.
you can.
I don't know, but also like the Odric guy, I'm probably gonna touch it and it's like gonna give me hives or something.
Well, Taurin already has it in her possession, so
Yeah, you know,
It's only
it
gonna
could be
give-
magic that specifically triggers when a lizard picks it up.
very,
put it that-
Probably
So-
like a very like
very
wizard
specific.
is lizard.
Yeah.
very specific.
I don't know
All right.
magic. I just collect the artifact.
So,
Hold on, I'm looking up the phobia of wizards.
wizard phobia.
Hey, I'm not scared of them. I hate them.
With a passion.
Yeah.
So, Kipper, are you trying to sell your Warhammer?
Yes, I would like to sell my hammer.
The normal Warhammer, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, the blacksmith will give you 12 gold pieces for it.
Okay, I will, I'll just take it.
Okay, 12 gold pieces added, and remove your normal Warhammer. Now, you do have your other one. And once you get attuned to it, I will tell you what the effects of that Warhammer are.
Okay, let's see. How do I just straight up delete something? Or
You have to click on the little, like, symbol on the freaking thing, and there's, like... Let me delete it for you. I don't know how to explain it.
I clicked on it, but it didn't give me the.
Oh, you click on the lock all the way down, and you'll see everything gets like a different thing. You click on the red dot, and it would delete it.
Kill pet mouse. Finally.
John Lennon.
Kill everyone.
Kill John Lennon. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else that you guys are looking for in the blacksmith?
You know what? I have a mysterious mask and a mysterious necklace. Can I just put the mysterious necklace on and see if it activates anything?
Yeah. Let me check. Let me check what effect that mysterious necklace has. Okay. Yeah. Again, it's another item that requires attunement. So you would not know the effects immediately, but as you wear it along, you would, and you try to understand it, it will come to you.
I feel like the fact that I got 3 different attunement items, I would feel bad if I just used all 3 of them.
Well, attunement is not like using them, it's more like activating their
One thing.
magical properties. So
But
you
one
can
thing is,
attune
to
9.
me, it can't.
No, you
like,
can
you can
totally
fix it.
like stop the attunement, then give it to someone else to be attuned.
Oh, okay.
It just takes
Okay,
a
that's good.
similar amount of time to like split yourself from the object. Because it is magic.
Oh, okay. Understood. Anyone else want to do blacksmithy stuff?
I got anything. So the scales on my skin.
Will they buy the scales on your skin?
I'm not selling them, so
That's good. Oh, I have a quarterstaff that I have not been using at all.
If you would like to sell it,
How much?
that would be 2 silver pieces.
Gross. Not doing that. I'll keep it for that much.
Okay.
I have stale bread.
That the blacksmith does not want.
Oh.
What?
I'll give him my dead pet mouse.
That thing has been dead there for a while.
Fun fact, it wasn't actually my pet mouse. It was just a random mouse I found in my backpack that apparently had drowned when we went into the water.
No, right, I do
and
remember.
misfell.
And you
that
have
makes
been
me very sad.
Yeah.
carrying it for this long. That bag does not smell good.
No, I wasn't. I'd put him in a bush after we got out of the water when I realized there was a mouse in my backpack.
Okay. That's fine. All right. And since you guys are done with the blacksmith, what is this group going to do after that?
Ew.
We could chat.
Well, you could what?
Chat.
Well, is there
I'm
like
trying to say
a
words
how you
first.
say an appraiser for magic items around?
You do know that there is the scribe that deals with magic.
Oh, he would know these things.
Wow, we gotta walk back. It's fine.
Get back in the forest.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Rexmoa.
I forgot my wallet at the potion shop.
Oh, I left my
didn't
coin
realize.
purse in the potion shop.
I didn't realize that I needed to investigate these items. We were literally right there.
It's okay, lad. I don't have anything else to do.
Yeah, as long as you're up to walking that much.
Okay.
That is my trade.
So if you guys are going to go back into the shop, again, you would enter the shop. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was gonna ask. Okay, so we talked about this last session. I don't remember if you remember, but where is the? Oh God, I'm trying to remember the name of that inn relative to this place. Like, could I just like break off and like visit there while Kipper's doing this?
I will say that yes, it wouldn't take you too long to find. After all, the inn is close to the commercial area of Galranthier, so it would take you a few minutes walking, of course, but nothing that, not too much. If you wanted to break off and go there, yeah, totally.
Yep, we're breaking off. Solo adventure.
Okay, so you leave Jory and Kipper in the scribe shop, I'm assuming.
Mm.
And you were going to
Yep.
go back to the inn?
Yep.
All right, we'll go with the two of them first. As you guys arrive at the scribe shop, of course, the scry, he is the old man that I showed you with those big glasses that magnify his eyes. And yeah, the man greets you and he goes, "Oh, alrighty, young lad, what do you want? Are you looking for any scrolls?"
I actually wanted to ask a favor. We recently found, let's see, was it 2 or 3 items? We found a magical mace, a mysterious necklace, a mysterious mask, and I can sense a little bit of energy coming from each of them, but I don't have the abilities to see what any of them mean, like what attributes they might be. So I was wondering if you would be able to appraise them at all.
Ah, yes. You found yourself some magic items, I see. I'll put them in the table. For a small fee, I can appraise all of these for you. And even attune them if you desire.
Okay. That sounds spectacular, yes.
So you're going to set the items on the table?
Yep.
Set the mask, the warhammer, and the necklace, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the man gets close to the mask, puts his hands over it. You can see a small glimmer of magic coming out of his hands into the mask. He focuses for a few seconds and closes his eyes, trying to understand the magical energy of this item. And after the few seconds mentioned, he opens his eyes and he says, "Oh, this is a very interesting one. This mask, when you have it on, will make you stealthier." He says, pushing the mask a little bit forward to you as signaling that he's done with this one. And then he moves over to the warhammer, just kind of holds it in his hands. You can see his hands are still emanating this glow as he holds the item and starts inspecting it. Again, a few seconds pass, and the man, he kind of gasps at what he's got in his hands, and he sets it over the table again to you. He says, "Oh, friend, this item, it could be of great value. The item will inspire you when you deal significant damage with it."
Inspire, like, I just came up with a really cool symphony idea, or what does that mean?
Oh, it will allow you to do things better.
So it's kind of like something that helps with efficiency?
You could say that, yes. Out of character, this warhammer would grant you a point of inspiration. Inspiration can be used to reroll any check that you make, whether it's an attack, skill check, saving throw, whatever.
Oh, okay.
And once he has explained about the warhammer, he moves over to the necklace. Same thing, he grabs it, starts inspecting the chain and everything. And once he's done, he sets it back down and he says, "Oh, okay. Oh, this one's is an odd one. Whenever you have this necklace onto you, you can channel its magic to help people be more friendly towards you."
Ooh, I like that. I could definitely use a little bit more of that in my life.
Well, would you like to be attuned to any of these items?
Let's see.
I take
I
a
feel
small fee of 10 gold per item.
For attunement?
Yes.
Okay, let's see. So I would definitely like the Warhammer of Inspiration if I could be... You know what? No, I think I will attune myself to that. There's something nice about attuning yourself to a weapon, kind of hands-on. Let's see. I have a feeling I know who would like the Charisma necklace, and the Mask of Stealth, I think, is just going to be up for grabs for my team. So I won't need any attunements, but what was the fee for appraising them?
Appraising, I can let it go for free. After all, it seems like you don't delve with magics too much.
Oh, that's most too kind, sir. Thank you so much.
No worries. Now, are you looking to buy any scrolls?
You know what? I have a feeling there's a lizard that's gonna come back here to buy a scroll. He's been talking about it for quite a while now.
Right. Well, Then I bid you farewell, and I hope you get whatever you want from your items. And he just kind of hands you over the items and just goes about his business.
Au revoir, mon ami. And then I just like skip out of there. I didn't say that, by the way. But
Okay.
that's me. I'm leaving.
So you exit the shop, and we're gonna go to Rexmoa at this moment. Rexmoa, you are able to go back to the inn. What are you looking for in the inn? Oh, I dropped my dice.
I am looking for the highest point possible that I could reach, legally or illegally, that has access to like the sky and the horizon.
Okay. You would know that in the top where the tavern is, you would have seen, obviously, been, as a matter of fact, there. In the sections that have tables with balconies, it is, after all, on top of the tree, which is very tall. So it is the closest you can get in the sky in this area. Yes. Also, Zeralis, I do have an ESO loading screen somewhere around here in my background.
Oh,
It's funny, but yes.
Okay, so once I make it to that point, I get into like a meditative position, like crisscross, and I produce the stone that I got from Oris.
Okay.
And yeah, and I start to say a prayer in order to try to commune with him.
Interesting. As you pull out the stone, you can feel this vibration from before, this anxiety and this like dread that you had has completely gone by this point. You are alone in your thoughts, holding the stone in your hands. The stars that are inside of this crystal are shimmering and gently circling around the stone as you touch it. It almost seems as if they get active when you have it in your hands. You sit down, view to the sky, and you start praying. What are you going to pray for? Or what are you trying to communicate here?
Oris, god of the air, the wind beneath the wings of birds who fly high in the sky, I ask for your audience. And I'll say, I met another stone bearer today. I couldn't tell if it was just a fragment of a stone or the stone itself, but they seem to have been in contact with Cadsius, and they were changed. Is that going to happen to me?
I want you to roll me a d20. No modifiers, no nothing. Just a normal d20.
Okay.
Okay. You close your eyes, and at some point you feel like around you, the tree, the sounds of the tavern are drowned into this silence. It's calm where you are. You know that opening your eyes would definitely cancel your meditation. However, you do feel the same feeling you had once after you have met a terrible fate. You feel soft wind blowing against your body, and the ripples of water below you. As you are asking these questions, a voice sounds like it's behind you as it speaks. And it says, "My child, the powers we grant are different from each other." The voice pauses for a second, and now you hear the voice to one of your sides. "Perhaps my brother, Catsius, has a different way of showing his powers. But I assure you, nothing like that will happen to you."
And how will your powers manifest? I know that the affairs of mortals are below that of the gods at times, but the world is a very turbulent place right now. I know that one of your tenets is determination, but as someone who's walked these plains for a long time, I can't say the odds are in her favor.
The world is changing, yes. And as such, I have granted you a fraction of my power. You see the voice kind of move around you as you are in this trance, we'll call it. Whenever you need help, when the situation is dire, pull out the stone, aim it at the air, and I will send my fiercest gale to assist you.
Rexmoa nods. Can you tell me, your siblings, we know that Catsius has already chosen their champion, and you have chosen yours, but what of Ixis? Vithius? Do they have champions on this plane already?
I cannot speak for my sisters, but I do know now, through your eyes, there is another champion. The voice again shifting around, getting closer a little bit and farther away. It's a little bit of a sensory overload because the voice is echoey, ethereal in nature. It almost makes you feel dizzy in a small amount. The voice again continues. That will be something you will have to discover. My influence in the world is limited. I am to not meddle with the mortals. Until the time comes.
Rexmoa takes in a deep breath, and his hand, it's like, is almost trembling as he grips the stone, and he says to Oris, I don't think now is the time for inaction. The kingdoms, they're at each other's throats. Everyone's scared. They don't know what's going on, and I haven't had the courage to tell them. The elves, the dwarves, the humans, everyone seems so fractured.
My child, my actions would only cause greater harm. This is why I chose you to be my chosen in the realm of the mortals. It is you who has to take action. If I were to awaken, if I were to soar the skies again, as I did once, your world would end.
Even though this news is not reassuring for Rexmoa in the slightest. And he asks, my family, are they still okay? Are they still safe?
You have my promise. No harm will be done to them. They are safe under my protection.
Well, if I'm the one who has to do it, then it'll be done. I don't know if it's of any interest to you, but we're going to be visiting Galvathier after this. Can you tell us of anything? Tell me of anything?
I do not meddle with the realms of my sister, Vithius. However, I can give you insight of your journey going forward. A lot of decisions will be made. A lot of friends may become foes. And similarly, foes may become friends. But in the end, only the chosen would seal the fate of everything.
Rexmoa brings up the stone in front of him and admires its luster, but also thinks back to the events that happened at the town square and the fiery shard that the other chosen was carrying, and thinks of that stone as well, and just says almost to no one, in our hands, huh? Thank you, Oris.
You can feel the soft caress of wind on the back of your head as you thank him. And the last words you hear before this whole trance goes away is, make the right decisions. As it all fades away and your eyes open and you find yourself again in the balcony that you were on.
I think Rexmoa is gonna take a moment to compose himself, and as the sounds of the tavern come back to his ears, he hangs his head in his hands and thinks about the journey ahead and whether or not he has the fortitude and determination to make these decisions. And after a moment, he remembers that Kipper is back at the Magic District and makes his way back.
Kipper has been left alone.
Oh no.
He dies instantly.
All right.
Jory's there.
Yeah, who am I with again?
With Kipper, yes.
Probably Kipper, unless you want to climb a building.
I was just there with him for moral support.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, we're gonna move over to Ambrose at this point because it is his turn. So, Ambrose, you are taken by the couple of Taurin and Galarian into the castle of Galranthier. You walk through again the same hallways that you did a few hours ago at this point. This time,
It's honestly not been that long.
it has not been that long. It's only been, I would say it's probably like, it's getting late into the day, you know? A few hours. So, you walk through with Galarian and Taurin by his side. Galarian takes you to a study where you can see as you enter the room, it is a wooden room almost in its entirety, as if it was part of a tree, and you know for a fact that one of the giant willow trees is growing in the structure of the castle. So you can understand that this is probably part of that tree. Once you enter the place, you see a large, and I mean large, collection of books. Shelves all the way up, almost until the eye can see. The trunk of this tree is very, very big. Tables with a lot of scrolls and books open. Some elven folk that look very regal, reading things. Some others that look more wizard-like. Again, doing the same things. Galarian guides you through this large hall, and he bows at one of these like scholarly-looking elven folk. You can see that this man is wearing a different style of clothing, similar to the elves, but with different patterns. You recognize these patterns being from the other elven towns. And as you arrive, Galarian greets the man, and he pretty much just kind of introduces him to you, and he tells you, "All right, my friend, this is the man that is entrusted to you. He will answer your questions and do the scrying that you require. I think you better do this alone. I don't want to be a bother while you're trying to find out your answers."
Thank you, and I appreciate your aid in this matter. Enjoy your time with Taurin.
He says right next to Taurin.
I'm here.
I know. And Galarian goes, "Oh, yes, right, thank you." And he just kind of signals to Taurin, and they both start heading out. And as you are left alone with this man, you can see the man pulls out a pack where he unveils a few ingredients for rituals and sort of magical things. He sets them on the table into different positions, and he looks at you. His eyes are clear, almost like Perrin's, but not quite. If you recall, Perrin's eyes were almost milky white, as if he was completely blind, but clearly was not. The eyes of this elven man have a similar hue, but they're not as deep as Perrin's. And as he finishes setting up the things, he goes, "Right, well, I am going to need you to stand close to the items, keep your hand on them at all times, and tell me in great detail what you're trying to look for."
I understand. With that, I'll do as instructed, kind of put my hands out while he tells me to.
Mm-hmm.
I just tell you what I'm looking for.
Correct.
The
And
man.
you feel the man move his hand to touch your forehead as you are doing this. His eyes are focused on a point in somewhere, but you can see the man is just chanting something as you're speaking.
There's a moment where I hesitate, as I wonder just how vivid I should be. A man, a little shorter than I am. A deep cloak covering his body. Bandages around his face and arms. Armor underneath the cloak. Heavy, but easy enough to move around in. A face half handsome, half decrepit. Scarred. Hair like string, but ripped and torn. Looks weak, but still strong. Gaunt. And grim looking.
The man you can see is still chanting as you are giving him the description. You feel a slight warmth to the touch in your forehead. And you look at the man and you can see his eyes are starting to glow as well, slightly. Once the chanting finishes, you can see the eyes of the man are moving gently from side to side, as if he was observing something. He says, "I can pick up a trail, a faint essence." He looks around as if he was searching something physically in that room, but of course this is only the effect of the magic happening. "I see the city of stone." And the trail moves. "I see the ports." The trail moves again. I see moss. I see a cave. I hear laughing. I see sadness. You can tell that this scrying is being a little like harsh on him. And Ambrose, I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Yikes. Wisdom saving throw, here we go.
Okay.
19.
Okay. With that wisdom saving throw, you feel a strange pulse of energy that originates from you. It's like a shocking current that goes from you to the man that's crying and then back to you again. You almost feel your head kind of pressured a little bit, but you shrug it off. The man just kind of sighs as well in relief as he starts to look around the room again. He says, "There's powerful magic in this person. He doesn't want to be found. I feel great sadness and shame." He takes another look around. I hear water dripping from stone. I can smell herbs. And again, you feel the same current go back and forth. As I need you to give me another wisdom saving throw, please.
18.
Damn, okay. Same,
only having a +2 on this, I'm kind of surprised.
same deal. You feel this energy bounce back and forth and you just shrug it off. Your head's starting to hurt, but it is not as bad, just a simple headache. You've had worse. The man, you can see that the scribe, however, he is struggling a little bit on keeping himself. He goes, I can't see where he truly is. There's a great evil blocking my vision. It's trying to reach out to me. I can't. And let me roll something for him. Oof. As you hear the man say this, you feel another, again, the same feeling, the same energy bouncing back and forth between the two of them. However, this time it bounces once more towards the mage, and the mage is pushed back. The contact with you breaks, and the mage is tossed to the ground. In this like large library, you can hear the thud of the mage falling, and everybody just kind of looks towards you. The mage quickly sits up, and you can see him sweating and panting a lot.
I stand there for a moment, almost as if trying to like search and sift through the energy myself, but of course I'm not magically inclined. So I glance down at the mage and stunned for a moment, but I offer him my hand and say, I thought screwing had no consequences.
The mage takes your hand and stands up. He just kind of dusts his robe, and he goes, I thought so too, but this is something different. There are forces keeping this person from everybody else. Whatever you're trying to do with this person, I advise you be very careful. I feel like, in some ways, they were also looking through my eyes as well. As if I was simply a mirror. I don't know. This is very evil magic, and he starts picking up his things. I'm sorry if I couldn't help you further, but I feel like whatever it is that you're searching, I feel like you'll find it soon, or he will find you soon. And you can see the man just kind of grabs all his things and just bows kind of quickly, and he says, I'm sorry again, I need to depart, and just leaves.
I stand there for a long moment, watching him grab his stuff and move away, opening my mouth to say something, but I can't manage to pull the words out. And once he leaves, I look at the table where the stuff was sat at, and
speaking of that, as you look at the table, you can see there is a faint shadow where the items were. It's as if the table was slightly burnt, and you can see the shadow of the items still there. Of course, you didn't feel no fire, you didn't see no fire. And this is clearly magical. And as you heard the man say it, whatever it is you were finding, I think it found you.
I kind of brush my hand over the burnt area, just kind of more out of intrigue and stunned silence. I imagine a little bit of like ash-like substance probably goes off my hand.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at it, I'll kind of glance around for a few moments, just kind of at my surroundings. And I will sit down and just put my sword on the table and just gently run my hand along the blade. Every once in a while, doing the same thing I said I was not going to do, and brushing my thumb along the actual sharpness of the blade.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand. I mean, you ran away, but why would... What could possibly stop someone from seeing him? Why would he try and hide so much? Surely he knows I'd look for him. He is everything to me after all. But I thought I was to him as well. Master, do you truly plan to leave me alone forever? Who else am I supposed to go to? I'm still a child. I don't know anything. I still need you. And with that, I'll just kind of hold my head in my hand, continuing to brush my hand along my weapon, and I will sit there for some time.
As you leave, you can, well, as the time passes, I would say, you can still feel the warmthness of where this scribe was casting the spell onto your mind. it doesn't seem to fade for a while. Until finally, after you're feeling good enough to move, you can feel that this spell has died out and you can move freely.
Feeling it eventually go from my mind, I'll take a couple of minutes to just kind of think and think before I finally decide to almost will myself to stand up. A bit of wetness in my eyes, and glancing around once more, I will slowly make my way away from the room I'm currently in.
Yep. You're going to exit again into the castle, and I'm assuming somebody would just guide you out, obviously. You are not to dwell much inside the royal area of Galrinthir. But logical, but you would be escorted out into the city once more. And as you guys have already done all of your things, before I get to the date, what is the group doing? Because this date would technically extend until later in the day. So this would be happening as you guys are doing things, but I want to know if you have to anything, if you guys want to do anything towards the evening or night even of the place.
I'm thinking guys' night out. Just a bunch of sad guys all together.
Oh yeah, okay. Okay.
Guys' night. We're gonna talk about boys in our traumatic past.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys are
saddest guys' night in Galrinthir.
Yeah, I mean, as you guys do your business, obviously the day passes, and eventually, I'm assuming
guys and Fae night.
Exactly. I'm assuming you guys go back to the inn as nighttime falls, right?
Yeah.
Are you guys doing anything? Like, are you guys going to the tavern to have your guys' night or anything? I just want to get this out of the way before the date, because as I said, this would be happening while you guys are doing everything. So you know,
as any typical night out, we could start at the tavern and just see where it takes us.
Would I rendezvous with them at this point?
Yeah, I would say that at this point, as I said, it's already getting late, so you would have gone back.
Yeah, I imagine I probably would have went to the inn, as I would imagine that's where we'll all end up. So that would be the place I would end up going after leaving.
Well, maybe not all of us.
Send some smooching in the distance.
So yeah, you guys go to the inn. Obviously, I'm assuming if you're going all the way up into the tavern, the lady would just direct you to a table with 4 seats. Since there's 4 of you gentlemen.
Yep. Can we get a booster seat for Chi?
I mean, it's a jar. You can probably set it on the table. Yeah.
She is like our ancient baby.
Our ancient baby.
Our ancient baby of questionable morals.
She is baby. So
I feel like she's kind of like a cat, probably. Cat can be cute, but also commit horrendous crimes.
Perhaps. You know what would be funny? I can imagine you guys sitting on the table and using cheese jar in the middle as a little light while you guys are all around.
The new centerpiece in town.
Nah, Cheese one of the gang. They deserve a seat at the table.
Okay.
We'll just put them at like one of the sides and pretend that they're just sitting down.
Okay. So the lady
But
comes.
not too close to the edge of the table.
Right, we don't want the jar to break. That would have catastrophic consequences for Chi, perhaps. So, the lady will take you to the table and she says, well, if you need anything, let me know. I am always glad to serve recurring patrons of this establishment. Especially such with such high connections as yourselves.
Yes, this will probably be our last night. So, may as well enjoy it, right?
And I'm pretty sure we're all going to miss the food, especially lizard man right here, our lizard monk. He's definitely going to miss the food.
Oh, would you like me to get you some food started then? If this is the last night that you're spending here, you would want to go with at least some of the delicacies.
You know what? Rexmoa, for once, says absolutely. Just give me the finest local cuisine you have.
I'm gonna like whisper to the waiter and be like, if you have anything with fish, he'd probably like that specifically.
Before you whisper to this, the waiter listening to Rexmoa, she says, oh, great, we have some lovely vegetables of the best qualities to serve you in delicious presentations for you.
I'm smiling and nodding. Mm-hmm.
and as Kipper, calls for her and whispers, she goes, oh, we'll see what we can do about that. Anything to drink, gentlemen?
Just an ale for me, please.
If you were Galarian and you were on a not quite a romantic outing with someone, but you were gauging the waters, what would you drink?
Oh my. You can see you've put her in a spotlight. And she goes, well, if I was of nobility, I would probably order some of the finer wines that we have. We do have a small batch of very fine reserves. Of course, you being friends with Galarian, I'm pretty sure he would treat you to some of those.
Yes, one bottle of your most Galarian wine, please.
Of course, yes. The ale still? She looks at Ambrose.
Just an ale. Thank you.
All right. Well, I'll be coming back with your food shortly. And thank you for staying in the establishment. And she just runs away.
Sitting shortly.
She just runs away.
Kipper didn't get anything. Kipper was patient this whole time.
Don't worry, she's gonna bring food. Lots
I'm sure
of food.
you'll like something that comes our way from, the little platter that they'll bring us.
Understood.
So, you guys...
I get to be in the inn now. Finally.
Yes. So, you guys are in the tavern on top of the tree. You the minstrel in cask, as it's called, the lights are starting to be turned on, the magical lights mostly in this place. There's a few fires from candles and everything for the tables themselves, but the place is very well lit with some magical lights. Anything that you guys want to talk about?
Kipper's gonna look around the room and notice that it looks like the life energy has been like straight up sucked out of Ambrose's face. And Rexmoa, Rexmoa's Rexmoa, but it does seem like something happened. And Kipper's just like wondering what the heck could have happened in like the span of like around 3 to 2 hours.
It's probably a little bit more than that. Well, yeah.
It's a lot. It's still a lot.
It was some time. As I said, you guys are already at the end of the day, pretty much.
Rexmoa is probably a couple hours between you seeing him.
Mhm.
Yeah. Are you guys feeling all right?
Hmm.
You seem a little different.
Different, like in a good way.
Kind of in a I'm sad but I don't want to talk about it way.
Hmm. That does sound somewhat accurate.
I glance up at Rexmoa. I imagine both of us have a pretty similar feeling, at least in a roundabout way.
Hmm. Which is to say, not good.
Sadness and fear.
Yes.
You know, lad, sometimes you just gotta put your troubles aside for a night. Last night in Galrenthier, you know, they don't have these delicacies out on the road, and I just make a grand gesture towards like the whole room.
Of veggies.
That is, I mean, definitely we'll enjoy our nights tonight, but I just want you guys to know that if anything's troubling you, we'll be here. We'll be I know it's been a short amount of time, but I do regard you guys as family already.
Well, I'll say cheers to that, Kipper.
Was that a different accent?
Yeah, I thought I heard you just go British there for a second.
That might have been unintentional on my part. Or it might be the non-existent fancy bottle of wine that hasn't come yet.
Was that like your attempt at my accent?
Oh, speak of the
That's-
devil.
That's absolutely hilarious.
The lady comes back with a tray in a bottle of wine that looks much fancier than the usual bottles that you would see or buy around. She serves cups to each one of you except for Ambrose, who has his ale. And obviously she opens the bottle and serves the cup, some wine into each one of them. And she sets the bottle on the table, and she just kind of bows and leaves again.
This might be Jory's first actual time drinking an alcoholic beverage.
Uh-oh.
Oh. How old is Yuri again?
3 years old.
Young. Forgot exactly how young, but he must be anywhere from like 19 to like 22, I would say.
Old
Okay.
enough to put his lips to a glass.
Yeah. Well, he's at least old enough to put his lips to a glass in Germany.
True.
And okay, does the bottle, has it come uncorked?
Yeah,
The
I
bottles of
mean,
wine work in Galvathy.
the lady already uncorked it for you and like served and poured a little bit on each glass.
All right, and then I'll start divvying up the glasses, and I put one by G as well.
You put a glass next to the glass jar.
Yes,
Perfect.
just to make sure that they don't feel excluded.
Damn, you know what? Fair enough.
Maybe just like pour it over the jar. That's how you do it for like dead people, right?
I thought about it. It's too early to do that.
Canadian. So yes, yeah. I mean, as you guys take a sip of the wine, you can tell this is a fancier wine. It doesn't taste nearly as similar to the other wines that you've had around some other places. Some of them taste bad, like they almost taste like vinegar because of how bad. But this one is very delicious.
DM, give to me the notes of
Oh,
this
of
fine
course.
wine. Is
Oh,
it
yes.
oaky? Is
Oh.
it floral?
You can
What is
taste.
the level of astringency?
You can taste a big floral note with some tinges of orange and citrus on each sip, with a slight peppery undertaste.
I love it. Tastes as if it is orange zest and cloves. Oh.
It has an aftertaste of bleach. You've been
Oh,
poisoned.
yes.
Ambrose, that's just the bleach ale that you're drinking.
Oh no.
Oh no! Good thing I have proficiency in con saves.
We have they have a new brand of ale. It's called Ajax.
It's called Drano.
And
It cleans you right out, but it also makes a new hole.
She giggles from the inside. I appreciate the camaraderie, she says. I've not had a drink in quite a while. I do not believe I can drink this one, but I appreciate it.
no, don't worry.
Oh.
I'm sure that glass will be empty by the end of the night, Chi.
You
Well,
sound a
that's
little bit
definitely
too eager to drink that, Fuchi.
Rexmoa is like stuffing his face with vegetables and drinking wine and stuffing his face with vegetables.
Oh yeah, I was
and
about
drinking
to
more
say.
wine.
The platters that you guys get is, yes, some caramelized vegetables. Some of them are, it's a various platter of vegetables, and there is some fish in there. What you get is mostly like grilled. Some of them are caramelized or, glazed with some different sauces and stuff. You get a big platter, like it is to serve all of you. The centerpiece, of course, being the fish. It is steamed with some herbs. It smells delicious. And
They
you guys
have
can enjoy.
fish.
They've always had fish.
Yeah, but like, I feel like very often earlier until like, I think last time we had fish for Rexmoa, but beforehand it was always just vegetables, more vegetables, vegetables.
Oh no, in this inn you guys have eaten fish. It was in
Yeah,
the
but
markets
once.
that you couldn't, that you got to find like a butcher specifically, because otherwise everything was vegetables.
Yeah. It felt wrong though, because I was a deer that was like very old and they put him down because of his old age. That just felt wrong.
She
I don't
says,
know why.
It's just Taco Bell.
She says, it is so lovely seeing and hearing you all. You would not want to know what I had to hear without voice at the Hag's Swamp.
I'm a little afraid of what swamp hag gossip is like. Like, do they like talk smack behind each other's back?
Probably a lot of sick things if I had to guess.
Smack
What
is
is
kind of
smack?
like when you talk about someone behind their back in a bad way. Or sometimes smack can be in front of someone, like straight to the face. Depends on how adventurous you are.
Oh, slander and backbiting. Oh, of course, plenty of that.
I'll show you a bite, and I take a big chunk out of the fish.
Okay. Rexmoa is getting rowdy.
I'll say, looks like Ambrose doesn't have a lot of intention of eating tonight.
I'm
Mhm.
gonna scoot over to Ambrose.
Despite usually eating a lot. He is a big boy after all.
Yeah. Dude, you're gonna need to eat up a bit more. Just did you try any of the fish yet? It's specifically herbed with a miscellaneous wood herb that I definitely don't know what it is, but it tastes really good.
Glancing down at Kipper also, I ate some last time. I doubt it will taste very good right now.
I think they have
Just look up at the ceiling.
like potatoes. Those are pretty benign. Just generally starchy. I just, you exerted a lot of energy on this last adventure. I want to make sure that you don't plop.
Kind of keeping my hands underneath the table, I will kind of glance back down, a very, very slow turn of my head, and I will say, I appreciate you looking out for me, Kipper. I do. But there's just something wrong with me right now. I don't think food is good for me. I think I'll just get sick.
Something happened in that scryer, didn't it?
I'm not sure what it was. But I wasn't the only one looking.
You mean the scryer? Or did you have a third party with you?
While this is happening, Jory, would you mind giving me a Constitution saving throw, please? See how see what happens to that body of yours.
He's only had a few sips.
Listen, if that's what happens. Okay, you guys continue. Don't worry about it. We will discuss this later. Okay.
Okay, that's pretty average.
Someone. I'm not sure. The scholar, he said something was looking at him.
You mean like through the scryer, like the thing that he was looking for?
Something saw us. I don't know what it was. I didn't know it was possible. He didn't seem to either.
I know that's definitely not what you were expecting to find, but I think that at least means that we're on the right track. I don't think that really helps that much, but
I'll move my jaw back and forth a bit and say, my master doesn't seem to want to be found. More so than usual.
I'm assuming you don't know the reason yet, though.
I stay silent for a few moments as I glance at you and glance at the table of food. I might know the reason.
Well, if you ever need me on this subject, just know I'm right here, okay? And don't get isolated in that big head of yours, because that's stupid, and I'll beat it out of you.
I'll look at you full on, turning my head, and I'll say, again, I appreciate it, but I don't think this is one that you or anyone can help with. This issue, it runs deep. Deep enough that I'm not sure I can really tell you what's actually wrong.
I understand.
Not without
After
causing
all-
other issues.
Yeah. Aren't we all just a bundle of secrets in this ragtag group? Maybe that's why we do so well together.
Maybe. Maybe it's just luck.
I don't know. I think our friendship chemistry is also pretty good. With that, like, Kipper's gonna give, like, Ambrose, like, a few hearty pats on his back.
So,
I-
so you guys are in there. Oh, no, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just saying I nod as a response. I don't say any words, I just nod.
So, as you guys
Kipper's
are
gonna
enjoying
keep
your
sitting next to him, though.
perfect. I mean, hey, as you guys are enjoying your conversation, your food, your wine, spirits are a little bit low, but you guys are feeling fine. You are in company of friends in this very odd situation that you guys find yourselves in. Friendship may just be the thing that you need to keep yourselves from doing something bad, or perhaps just keeping yourself sane. Friendship is magic, as she says. So, how about we go to the moment everybody was waiting for?
Kiss, kiss, fall in love.
So, after dropping Ambrose off by the scribes, Galarian would turn to Taurin and offer her his arm with a small but very charming smile. Leading the way out of the palace with one destination in mind. While the plaza and the palace itself has a lot of noise and ruckus, the city is not as peaceful as it used to be. The High Elf goes out of his way to speak to Taurin about lighter topics, regaling her with tales from his youth when he was growing up in the city that they are right now, speaking of his own parents, of friends, and some escapades that he had, perhaps some maybe embarrassing injuries he wouldn't want to share with anybody. Or places he would like to frequent as they wander along, arm in arm. Galarian would pause at one particular shop, sorry. He would run in, telling Taurin to wait inside. And after a few minutes, he returns with a woven basket. It was closed. However, Taurin would be able to pick up the scent of sweet baked goods from within. Even though the basket was closed and Galarian was holding it to the other side, his other arm occupied with Taurin's, of course. The two of them weave through the various streets. The noise and the ruckus begin to diminish as they move further. The entire city is known for its lovely architecture and foliage, but Galarian knows a spot and he is adamant in reaching this place. They continue walking and they come up into a small grove of trees. Galarian whispers something under his breath, and suddenly the trees shift and change their shape. They are now filled with purple flowers surrounding a very small pond with some swans just swimming about. There are patches of soft green grass to sit on, only broken by wildflowers of different colors and various scents. As the two relax in this secluded area, Galarian explains to Taurin how this is a place he had specifically made by a mage for his own design. This is a small grove where he could go, relax in, and forget about politics and the troubles of being the lord of one of the main elven cities. As the couple is settled down, Galarian opens the basket to show small cakes and pastries with a couple of glasses and a bottle of wine. Uncorking the bottle, he pours wine for each of them and then just puts the bottle away. The flavor is very good of both things. The wine pairs perfectly with the cakes and pastries, and obviously the pastries are buttery, sweet, crunchy, crumbly, delicious. Taurin would know that this is clearly not something he put out on the fly. This has had some preparation. This was planned before. As they sit and enjoy their drinks and foods, Galarian reaches back to pluck a cornflower and tucks it behind Taurin's ear, stealing a small kiss before sitting properly. They both laugh at this act, and they continue to chat and drink. Okay, Rexmoa, god damn it. That was hilarious. As the time goes by, Galarian allows Taurin to braid his long golden hair and eventually feels relaxed enough to lay back and rest his head on her lap, closing his eyes as he just allowed Taurin to pretty much take care of his hair. He mentions to Taurin that it has been a while since he has allowed himself to truly relax in someone's presence, and how hard it is to step away from his position. And he mentions that he feels light when he relaxes like this with Taurin. Like he is just Galarian, not Galarian the member of the High Council or the Lord of Galranthyr. It's just him. As time passes, vulnerability imbues Galarian with courage. Opening his eyes, he sits up once more, focused completely on Taurin. He leans in for a kiss, pressing her face as he does so. And one kiss would lead to another, and another, and another, until both have lost count. But none of them really care as this is happening. With her permission, of course, the couple lose sense of time and space, focusing only on each other and their blossoming feelings. Time passes even more, and at this point, their escapade for the day had gone way past this. As a matter of fact, it is the morning after. And as they both wake up, Galarian realizing it is dawn, he wakes up Taurin, the two sharing a good morning kiss. And Taurin also presents Galarian with a gift, much like he had done before. Right after the dragon and the dragon rider would interrupt this encounter that they were meant to have. Taurin, would you mind telling us what is it that you gave to Galarian?
So Taurin would hand over a bracelet, a little woven bracelet with some beads, basically. And she would take his hand, and then she would, of course, slide it onto his wrist. And she would say, "Since you gave me a lovely necklace earlier the other day, in my spare time, I managed to make you a little something." And she'll pause. Then she'll look up to his eyes, and then she'll say, "I know it's not much, but no matter what happens, I hope this will bring us back together one day."
Galarian obviously smiles at her words and gives his thanks with another few more kisses and cuddles. The two of them would, albeit reluctantly, get ready for the day and come out of this secluded grove after spending a lot of time together. The two of them would make their way back into the inn, and Galarian would walk over to the rooms of the other companions, knocking on the door. Whoever comes out first would clearly be able to tell that Galarian is a little bit flushed pink in the cheeks. And Taurin, how does Taurin feel after this whole encounter?
He would feel very happy for once in her life, up to this point, like super happy. This is like an emotion she hasn't felt in a very long time.
Mm-hmm. So, for the boys who were having the boys' night, I would like to ask, before the morning after, I'm assuming you guys had your drinks and your food and then decided to head out for the day?
Yeah, I would say so. I don't think we would, at least I wouldn't have done anything else after a consuming drink.
Okay.
Beverage.
Okay. It has come to your attention, Rexmoa, that it is already late at night and Taurin has not came back. So, there's a little bit of a time jump here and there, but
It's all right. I expected this.
This is why he drank so much.
She's a woman grown. She can make her own decisions.
I feel like at this point, it's like all three of us are just kind of like patting Rexmoa's shoulder. Just in kind of like there.
It'll all be okay.
I'm just thankful that Galarian was just so generous to fund our little goodbye party.
Oh, okay. I see how it is. So you're basically gonna put everything on his tab.
That's
I only got 30 gold to my name, and I can tell you, Rexmoa knows that that bottle of wine is not 30 gold.
Nope.
I will say, I want a general persuasion check to see if you get away with setting everything on his tab. Oh, wait, she's saying something.
She's gonna like cast big money blast.
Does she? Of course. I mean, I'm pretty sure you would have discussed this. Like, hey, I'm putting this on his tab. I ain't paying for all of this.
I think Rexmoa just said that too. So.
All right. So what is it? A persuasion check?
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Let's see if she wants to give you. He wants to give you something.
Yeah, I said it out loud.
Okay, she is going to cast Bardic Inspiration on Rexmoa. Interesting.
I suddenly feel a lot better.
Rexmoa, for your next ability check, or whenever you decide to use it, really, you will get a 1d6 extra. Is it 1d6 for bards at your level?
Or beginning level, yeah.
Yeah, so it is 1d6. So you would get 1d6 extra to your next check. Should you decide to use it, you can use it on any check.
You know what? I feel like it's in what's it called? How would you say? It's in Chi's intention to use it on this check, so I'm going to use it on this check.
Okay, so roll your persuasion first. Oh, my
if you max
lord.
out the dice, it becomes 8.
Oh my goodness.
Let's see the Bardic Inspiration, though.
That's a 6.
Oh,
That's it.
unfortunately,
Can she
not
cast
even guidance will save you from that.
I think it's because I broke the glasses.
Yeah, that would do it.
So, yeah, your little trick of trying to get everything on Galarian's tab unfortunately does not work. They do require the Lord to be there to authorize this transaction. So, for the total of dinner, wine, ale, and whatever else you guys had, would be, let me make some counts here. I'm pulling out the menu.
Are we gonna have to like run out of this town like really quickly?
It will be a total of 35 gold pieces.
Yeah, 35 gold.
Each?
No, in total.
Okay. We can split that up. Hold on. 35 divided by 4. I'm about to do some more math.
That would be
I
like...
I
that'd
pull
be
out
like
my
8,
calculus.
9 each.
I'll pay the entire thing.
Oh, okay. You're gonna pay the entire thing?
I'll just pay the entire thing.
Okay. So it seems Ambrose got you because he pulls out a coin purse and hands every single coin.
Don't worry. I'm sure Galarian will pay you back, buddy.
You didn't even eat that much. I would have paid for it.
Don't worry.
Alright. I don't mind paying for you.
I apologize, waitress. Is there any chance we can get some to-go containers again?
The lady just kind of looks at you a little bit annoyed at this, and she said, we have found a plate of cheese that was stinking one of the rooms in one of the few nights ago. I assume that was not your container to go, right?
But I thought we ate all of that.
Well, clearly not.
I apologize. I guess no container to go. Well, if it helps, we would be leaving the town, so if we did leave anything, it would be in the woods. On accident,
Fine.
not on
And
purpose.
she just gives you like another wooden bowl, like the very simple wooden bowl to take.
She was so nice, but I think we really wore out her patience with the breaking of glass and the stinking of cheese.
Oh yeah.
I'm putting that in my inventory. Container to go.
And so, as you guys finish your meal and attempted to get a free dinner,
I wonder if they're gonna play hot to go.
no. So, you guys, I'm assuming, decide to head into your rooms as nightfall is upon you. Yes.
Yes.
All right. I remind you that it is 1 gold and 50 silver for each double room. In this case, there is Rexmoa, Kipper, Ambrose, and Jory. Obviously, she is there, but I don't think you need a whole room for her or a whole bed.
So there's
Maybe
100
like a
silver and a
nightstand.
gold.
Yeah, 50 silver and a gold.
I'll just pay for the rooms and just give her 3 gold.
Okay. Rexmoa.
Is
Works, right?
inside, how much silvers makes up a gold? Is that 100?
100, yes.
Okay. Okay, so that gives me
Well,
50 silvers. 'cause I
well,
had to
Rexmoa
split a
already
gold.
Rexmoa
Yeah, I
already
already
paid
paid
for it.
Oh,
So those are
lizard man. No.
those are 3 gold less for you, Rexmoa, and you get your rooms for the night again. Simple rooms, wooden everywhere. Nice beds, comfy. Jory, at this point, you would be invited to one of the rooms. You would have your own bed. How do you feel about this?
Well, this is the same night, right?
Yes, the same night.
Well, he's still feeling a little tipsy, so he kind of just like doesn't care.
Okay.
He's just like, all right, cool. He doesn't care about like being in an enclosed space. Is what I mean. But yeah, he's definitely very appreciative. That
All
he gets
right.
his own bed and everything.
Who is sharing rooms with who?
Originally, I was sharing with Taurin.
Yes.
So I guess you're gonna share with Chi.
Well, Jory is there, so.
Oh yeah, whoops, that too.
So the
Damn.
question is, should Jory sleep in the room with Rexmoa, or I feel like whoever's sleeping in the room with Ambrose is gonna be on like emotional support.
I mean, they don't have to be. We could just let our friend revel in their sadness. There's no rules.
That's so
Can't work through it.
mean. I mean, hey, that it's up to you. That's why I'm asking. Who's sharing rooms?
Okay, Chi can help. Okay,
She can help. Okay.
Chi, tell us your secrets, Chi.
Are we just gonna let Ambrose sleep in one room and then 3 of us in the other just cram?
That's
we can-
that's rude.
Yeah.
She's kind of in a jar.
Yeah.
We could simply have Jory replace the location of Taurin, so with me.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that would be the more interesting interaction.
Wait, just replace Taurin with Ambrose. Suddenly, Galarian's like cuddled up to Ambrose.
No, Taurin has not returned for the night, Kipper.
Yeah.
No, I know, but like they were talking about she like casting something.
Not in the magical sense, more like in the we have to split these rooms and 2 of us are gonna go to one room and 2 of us are gonna go to the other.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That would've been funny,
Yeah,
though.
I did not process.
Yeah.
I
Just in like the
processed it
real
in, like,
world
a
sense.
literal sense.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess that's how it's gonna happen.
Mm.
I'm keeping Chi though.
Okay.
I feel like Kipper definitely probably has more questions for Jury, and I know Jory probably has more questions for Kipper. Just because it's kind of like oh no, we know this dude, but we don't know.
I
what
mean, if you
each
want to
other
make it
knows
happen, you can
about
make it
this
happen.
dude.
But that'll
Yeah.
probably be I guess she and Ambrose.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, if you guys want to do anything as nighttime goes, that's why I was like trying to jump in and out of your guys' stuff.
Yeah, we could do that. We could do Chi, Rexmoa, and Ambrose, and then Jory and Kipper.
Ambrose gets like some fatherly affection time.
Okay, yeah.
Some of that.
Cuddling in the same bed.
Sure.
Wanna cuddle, Rexmoa?
Mm,
That's a healthy relationship.
We can cuddle with Chi in the middle.
that sounds dangerous for Chi.
That is
Chi.
dangerous for Chi.
Suffocation.
So then, if you guys are deciding to go in that way, Kipper, what are you wanting to ask Jory?
Jory, do you need any paper or pencil? I know we probably have a few things to discuss. I apologize that all of this happened right after you woke up, but... And if it's too much, just let me know.
Okay. How should I do this? Because I'm still a little tipsy, but like.
Oh, this is a
you
dumb
can-
time to do it.
No, you can still do. I
no,
mean, you can still probably
can
do.
probably formulate some
Mhm.
form of communication. So yeah, I guess he'll just be like, are we in the room now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. He'll just be like sitting on his bed that he's been assigned, just patiently, awaiting your questions.
Okay. So you have a piece of paper? Is that what's going on?
Yeah. He's just waiting for you to speak, to relay the information.
Okay. I guess Kipper's gonna ask. So, you probably know now that I grew up with that person that was on the dragon. Obviously, he was not like that when I last knew him, but, I mean, he's always been kind of a jerk, but definitely not to that level.
Not the murderer kind of jerk.
How exactly do you know him?
Just try drawing like the same thing that I did last time, maybe.
Is it like more like murder drawing?
Or why don't we say that like we actually kept that page that I had drawn on,
Yeah, you
know,
can
that's
totally keep
smart.
it.
and I just bring it out, and sorry, what was your question again?
I think the question was, how did you know,
Oh,
Fisher?
okay.
The
So
dragon
yeah,
man.
so yeah, Jory would just pull out the drawing and kind of like crumple it up. He just like straightens it out, and he just kind of like shows it up to you. Ripped from Ambrose's notebook.
What
Mhm.
does the drawing look like again?
Let me try making like a crude drawing real quick.
Oh yeah, you can draw here. Yeah.
So you got like, I don't want to do it in blue.
Oh wow, I didn't realize you could
You-
draw on the.
You undo.
On the left-hand bar, there's a little paintbrush you can click on, or you can just hit Control F.
Okay.
Oh no, they all know how we draw
Oh.
now. I'm gonna remove that.
Just like a child, and then like a taller figure, with like, I don't know, armor on him. Oh god.
Hey,
You're
listen,
supposed to
that's
draw
good. That's
armor.
good. Hey, listen, that's good. That's what he's drawing. So
Like fire coming out or whatever.
Oh wow.
Fireball.
And then I believe I had like drawn all sorts of like fire ripples on the child.
oh Jesus,
And
that's
then-
very violent.
And then I had drawn the word like bad very crudely.
Who is this child, Shori?
He just sort of shrugs his shoulders. He didn't really know him. It just happened upon him.
Was that man, was Fisher the one who did that?
He nods.
Kipper just takes a step back. He doesn't really know how to process that. He doesn't really know how to connect the dots on how someone's personality could change so much.
You know, maybe Jory can draw like either a separate drawing or like on the same page. Also like a village. That is also engulfed by flames. And he points back to the drawing of the man.
Was this your village?
He just shakes his head no.
Okay, so it was just a general village. I think any village being on fire is generally a bad thing. How is it that you witnessed all this, though? You know what? I should be asking you yes or no questions. That's probably easier. Was he dragging you around to witness these things?
He just shakes his head no.
Kipper starts thinking, like, the fact that Jory doesn't have, like, very good auditory, vocal abilities makes Kipper believe that he's been in captivity for an incredibly long time. Probably before the point he could begin vocalizing. Like,
That's an
Jory,
interesting theory.
I don't know how to ask you this. Did he keep you caged at all?
He confidently shakes his head no.
Oh,
He's like, he's trying to like communicate something to you, but he's just not sure how to do it. He could
see.
try drawing like on a separate page. Just
You want me to delete the stuff?
no, that's fine.
Okay.
Just trees. And he just kind of points to it, like saying, you know, this is my home.
Mm.
I don't really have anything to do with like all that stuff. I just kind of happened upon it, you know.
So, understood. So was this more a recent thing? You discovering him?
He does nod, and this is kind of difficult. I guess he would like sort of group these two sketches here of like the burning village and kid and stuff, and then sort of like point to you afterwards, and And what he's trying to say by that is like, this had happened right before he met you and the group.
Oh. So were you just happened to witness all of this and you were trying to avenge the ones that had perished? Is that, am I in the ballpark?
So he's kind of sobering up by now, and he's just kind of staring at the floor with like a sad expression, and he just does like a little sad nod.
Did you know anyone from the village?
He just does a sad shake of his head.
So you grew up in the woods? Did you have like a pack, a family?
I guess he would nod yes when you ask him if he grew up in the woods. When it comes to the family stuff, though, he just gives like a sad little nod, like, you know, it's something that he feels very pained towards, and you can kind of tell that in his expression, like,
Oh,
you know,
okay.
it's something that he doesn't really have anymore.
Understood. I'm sorry if this is bringing back a lot of memories, but I guess it's my turn to start sharing. I don't know. So from what I know of Fisher, he was, I don't know, he was just an average kid. I had stopped seeing him a little whiles ago. It was like 5 years ago where he just, well, I mean, it didn't end amicably. I don't know how to say that word. I don't really know how to get into it. It's not like anything crazy happened. I wanted to heal people. He fell into the wrong crowd. Just generally gangs in Mistbell. I don't know how he could have fallen from just petty crimes all the way to riding a dragon, setting villages and children on fire. I just don't know where the two connect.
Jory's kind of just like staring at you, listening intently, and he gives like an affirmative nod.
I guess I can send word to the rest of the kids I grew up with that Fish is at least alive, but I don't think I can do that considering the state that he's in. He didn't seem quite himself, but he wasn't that great of a person by the time I last saw him, so I don't know what could have happened in the last 5 years.
Jory's just staring at the floor again at this point. Before he started sipping that glass of wine tonight, he was like very just sitting still and quietly, because he had a lot to think about, you know, discovering that the person he's been chasing after is also happens to be related to one of his new friends. So he's just, you know, he's just sort of staring at the floor, just not really knowing what to think of all this.
I do want to promise you, Jory, that even though I did know him, this won't cloud my judgment. He's obviously done horrible things, and I do think that he needs to answer for those, but
Jory's just kind of like searching your eyes, and he just offers you a slight nod.
yeah. Thank you. He left at probably the worst time, so I didn't really ever want to see him again, and this is definitely probably the worst way to possibly see him. Even though I hate him, I think I still care about him.
Jory just ponders on that for a second. That's kind of, his biggest concern about all this is just, now the dynamic has changed. Now he can't just, kill this
Straight
one
up
guy
murder him.
because, there's emotional connections towards him now.
I don't think whatever decision you make, I don't think Kipper's going to judge you based on it. Kipper's not really in a place to judge.
So after your talk, I'm assuming you guys take your respective beds and just fall asleep.
That sounds appropriate. Did you have anything else to say, Sir Alex?
No, we can end that part there.
All right. As for Rexmoa and Ambrose, anything on your end before we close the day and go to the morning after?
What's Ambrose doing right now?
I will not attempt to begin any conversations, but if spoken to, I will answer. But currently, I am kind of the moment we got in and settled down, I will sit on one of the beds, putting my sword against the bed and making sure it's stable, kind of caressing it a couple of times before I pull out my journal and I start writing and scribbling in it.
Rexmoa will also lie down on the other bed, and he's also holding Chi, and he makes sure to gently place Chi on the nightstand or whatever nearby stable surface there is next to the bed.
Gently throws Chi at the wall. That's just mean.
It's like when I'm like tired at the end of the day and like I want to lie down, I just throw my phone like on the bed and just like plop down there. That's exactly what I would do with Chi if it weren't for the fact that it would kill him.
I imagine the jar is at least somewhat durable.
It's a jar. Just a regular old glass jar with a lid on. There is a small shimmer of light from her jar before it becomes just dim. She would then use her druidcraft to create a gentle, soothing breeze.
Wrong.
No. Whoa, yeah.
For a little bit. Experiencing.
I think Discord was, yeah. I think Discord was the culprit
that was
there.
Discord.
That was kind of
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I don't think that was
I
on
can hear you
us.
all now.
Yeah, that was definitely Discord.
Okay. What was the last thing
That
you all
started-
heard me say?
The moment I didn't hear anything since Greenie typed in what she said or did.
I just basically read that, and yeah, everybody started roboting for a second there. Oh. Did we die again? Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no.
Okay.
Uh-oh, Discord is being very dumb.
Well, I was just saying that.
Uh-oh. Ah, goddamn. Okay. Well, unfortunately, I mean, if it keeps lagging like that.
You a drunken face.
Uh-oh.
I heard drunken.
I heard drunken. Oh, wait. Are you back? Are you guys back?
I'm back.
Okay.
Okay.
Discord, please.
Hello.
Discord, do not
Me?
die on us, please.
Please, we're almost
Not
there,
right
Discord.
now.
All right. I'm just gonna say my sentence real quick while everyone can hear me. I say to Ambrose, it's like, if there's anything weighing you down, it might be a good idea to leave it here in Galrenthir. What's on your mind?
I would look up at Rexmoa. It takes a moment, whether it be hesitation or just being focused on my thoughts before I finally look up and seemingly process your words. I'll say, there's a lot on my mind. From what happened with the hag to what happened today.
Is it about your master?
Yes, that's it, all right.
Why is he so important to you, Ambrose? I understand the bond between a student and their teacher, but this seems more than that.
I'll close the journal as I try not to laugh at what's going on in Discord.
Nothing happened over there?
I'll close my journal and set it on the bed, and I'll put my sword over my lap, as I'm so prone to do. And I'll gently run my hand along the side of the blade, where the unsharpened side, so the flat of it. A gesture that I do very, very often that seems to calm me down. You're right. I spent several years with him. I do call him master, mentor, anything in between. But he is more than that to me.
What is he to you?
He's... I look at my blade for a few moments, almost hesitating. The closest thing I've had to a father. No, not just that. To a parent. I was like Kipper. I am an orphan. I was born into an orphanage. There were people there that took care of me. But not like a parent would. Not like he did. And while normally I do have a somewhat stoic expression, I frown when I speak of the orphanage.
And your master, he assisted on your journey out of this place?
I am who I am because of him.
Hmm.
I don't really know exactly when I left the orphanage, but I followed him and spent some of my childhood and some of the years after with him. And I saw through his actions who I wanted to be. A knight. Even if it was an action only and not a title. In Portugal, I wasn't really anything. But with him, I was someone that was taken care of. Someone who was taught to be someone that was worthy. I may have seen all of the machinations, all of the advancements in history that the humans did, but I never got to partake in it myself. But with my mentor, even if it was just surviving in the wilderness, I still got to be someone. I still got to choose who I wanted to be. Even if it was just following in someone else's footsteps.
Do you feel lost, Ambrose?
I consider it for a moment, and I say, I am not just lost. I don't know who I am.
Yes. Do you want to know what everyone else has to say about you, Ambrose?
I can't imagine it's all too much.
Oh, that big lummox with the blade, as Kipper would say. You know,
Kipper's nose is itchy in the other room.
Someone's
you,
doing my accent.
they care about you, you know. To them, you're not just some sellsword whose only good is to swing their blade. You're knowledgeable. You're considerate. You're contemplative. I think that you have come into your own in your time without your master, and perhaps you just haven't realized it. I understand that he's important to you, Ambrose. But, take it from someone who's been a student and a teacher. You can't always be the protege forever. I don't know how long your master's been gone, but I don't think this is the type of life that he had in mind for you, even if he was to disappear.
My hand kind of messes with the actual sharpness of the blade once more. Kind of digging it into my skin slightly. Likely the only reason why it's not piercing because of the fact that my skin's a bit tougher than the average human. My master wanted nothing more than good things for everyone. So I won't say you're wrong. But I didn't finish learning from him. I didn't learn enough. I'm a worse person than I was with him, and I will never be what I first strived out to be. I left people that were important to me behind. And while my master might have been the one that left, I didn't seek him down when I could have. I didn't follow him, even though I said I would. He put a lot of trust in me, and yet I gave it up because I couldn't act. And I ran away when I shouldn't have. So many times, things I've done, that if I were just slightly stronger a person, and if I were just like my mentor, the person I strive to be every day, so many things would have been for the better.
Rexmoa, yeah, he notices the shift in the conversation, and he kind of hears the Ambrose fiddling with his blade, and so he sits up onto the bed and faces Ambrose and tells him, "This is going to sound a little harsh, and I apologize if it's not something you want to hear. But Ambrose, you'll never be your master. The only person you can be is you. And I understand that the events of the past few days might be weighing heavy on you. There's always people to save. Always souls in need of help. And I can tell you, from my time on this plane, you can't help everyone. We simply try our best. And if there's one person you should save at the end of the day, Ambrose, it's yourself."
Rexmoa can see the hand that's been kind of twiddling with the edge of the blade. The hand kind of twitches before, as it's almost like I'm anticipating the words that are coming out of your mouth. But as you say them, my hand messing with the tip of the blade suddenly jerks and grips the blade far too tightly, enough where it is very obvious I've cut myself. And you can see that despite this, the hand is shaking just slightly enough where the blade shifts slightly in my lap. But slowly, the grip loosens up as I close my eyes, take a somewhat of a shaky breath, and say, I hate to say it, but it's exactly what my master would have said as well. You can't serve everyone, and I can't be him. You aren't wrong. But despite that, I can't stop trying.
Cheese jar lights up. Even if you have one person, that is better than none at all, he says, her tiny voice still clear.
Yeah, Rexmoa notices the reaction that Ambrose had to what he had to say, and he winces a bit, and then he gets up from the bed, and he kind of stumbles towards his bag, and from his herbalism kit, he produces a bandage and a tincture, and he walks over to Ambrose. I apologize. We're still learning about one another. I recognize that. And he starts unwrapping the bandages and applying the tincture to them, and gestures to see Ambrose's wounded hand. It seems like everyone in our little group has their own source of woes, and I'm not going to pretend to completely understand yours, Ambrose. I know it's a journey, and I know it's not something that'll be solved in one night. But you should know that you don't walk alone anymore. And I might not be your master, and our gang might be quite unconventional from what would be considered chivalrous or worthy of knighthood. But I must say, they do have their own charm. And I start to wrap the bandage around Ambrose's hand as long as he doesn't mind.
It takes a moment for me to undo the hand from my blade, though despite my hand being loose on the blade now, it's very obvious I don't want to let go. And as I do finally let go and start to put my hand towards you to bandage it up, I kind of recoil slightly, almost as if I'm afraid to give you my hand. But I eventually continue to outstretch it enough for you to at least fix my hand up slightly.
Yeah. Rexmoa wraps it up. It's definitely not perfect. He was not the medic of his expeditions ever, but it's good enough to cover the wound and stop any bleeding, hopefully, on the nice linens of the tavern.
You don't want to pay for extra.
Yeah. I don't want to be charged for the cleaning fee as well.
Oh, yes.
So you definitely notice a lot of small scars that look like that would probably have been achieved through very similar manners from me grabbing the blade.
Mm-hmm. We don't have to talk about this any further. I understand. But, if anything ever weighs on your mind again, you could always lend any of us an ear. I know I'm just another old man in your life. I might not be your master, but perhaps we still have something we can teach one another.
I look down at my blade and I stay silent for a few moments before eventually speaking up and saying, I don't think anyone will be exactly what I want. But you won't wrong. This group does have its benefits. I'm just afraid because I'm no longer by myself.
It is certainly a harder journey to make. Then Rexmoa lays down again and seems to just start drifting off.
Eventually, both of you would lay down in silence and drift off to sleep. The night goes by peacefully, and you guys are only awoken the next morning by the sound of knocking on your door. And with that, we're going to end the session right there. Good. I am excited. Very nice.
Bye, Galrinth here.
Very nice. So,
I am excited to see a dwarven town, though.
oh yes.
Be interesting.
Yeah, okay. So, please, everybody say goodbye to the people on the VODs. Goodbye.
Goodbye, buds.
See you guys around. Just so I know where to cut.